Regulations, while often intended to ensure safety and fairness, have increasingly become a heavy burden on U.S. industries. The question arises, are American businesses more hampered by regulations than other nations? Let's talk about the economic impact, regulatory complexity, and international comparisons. Between 1980 and 2012, regulatory accumulation in the United States reduced annual economic growth by an average of 0.8%. This seemingly small percentage equates to a staggering $4 trillion loss in the economy had regulations remained constant. The accumulation of regulations has led corporations to divert resources from productive activities like research and development to compliance efforts. This redirection hampers innovation and technological growth, stalling potential advancements. In 2022, the expenses of federal regulations amounted to 12% of the U.S. GDP, or about $3.1 trillion. This figure surpasses the total value added by the U.S. manufacturing sector, which was about $2.6 trillion. The U.S. manufacturing industry is burdened by approximately 300,000 regulations, with new restrictions added at least once per week since 1981. This results in duplicative and sometimes contradictory rules, making compliance a complex and costly process for businesses. Different countries approach regulation in various ways. The European Union often employs the precautionary principle, which means they implement stringent laws to prevent potential issues even if the scientific consensus is not fully established. In contrast, the United States typically uses a risk-based strategy, focusing on addressing known hazards rather than hypothetical risk. In East Asia, countries like China, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand offer lower labor costs and more flexible regulatory frameworks. This flexibility often makes them attractive for manufacturing, especially in electronics and automotive sector. Mexico also presents cost-effective manufacturing opportunities, aided by the USMCA Trade Pact, which allows duty-free entry of many goods into the US and Canada. Programs like Mexico's IMEX offer a favorable tax framework for manufacturing enterprises. U.S. manufacturers face stricter environmental regulations compared to many international competitors, particularly in East Asia. Additionally, comprehensive labor laws and higher minimum wages increase manufacturing costs. Compliance costs in the U.S. are significant, with businesses dedicating substantial resources to meet regulatory requirements, diverting funds from innovation and growth. A survey revealed that 69.1% of small U.S. manufacturers would hire more employees or increase wages if the regulatory burden was reduced. Over 70% of U.S. firms indicated they would invest in new capital equipment if regulatory costs were diminished, showing the direct impact of regulations on business decisions. Recent initiatives to reduce regulatory burdens include executive orders aimed at cutting down the overall number of regulations. For instance, President Trump's Executive Order 13771 required agencies to eliminate 2 regulations for every new one introduced. However, regulatory landscapes shift with changes in administration. In 2021, the Biden administration rescinded this order, highlighting the dynamic nature of regulatory policies. In conclusion, while the regulatory burden in the United States can be significant, it is important to consider the diverse approaches and economic contexts across different countries. Regulations play a vital role in ensuring safety, fairness, and sustainability, but balancing these with economic growth and competitiveness remain a complex challenge. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.